What's up, guys? Mom and Keter coming to you again. How's everybody doing out there? Once again, bringing back another series that was on a little bit of hiatus because of my fantasy fights, of course. Characters, why I like them. Series 2. Uh, so to kick back off this series, I thought I'd kick off the with a character that I really like. He's one of my favorite rogues of the rogues. um, None other than Leonard Snat, aka Captain Cold. Yes, indeed. Uh, I love Captain Cold. I was really excited when they brought him back into the new 52. Um, there was always something about Captain Cold that really intrigued me about him, and I'll get into that later. But first of all, as always, the character first appeared in Showcase number 8, DC Showcase number 8. Um, he was created by John Broom, and Carmine Ifanito, back in 1957. Long time. Uh, Captain Cole was the third supervillain that the Flash ever fought. Um, and he would leave a lasting impression on us as fans and on Flash. So let's get a little bit about the Captain Cold. That first off, let me. Despite being a supervillain, guys, uh, Captain Cold has his own moral code. He has a code that he follows, and that's something that not a lot of villains have. And when you look at that, you're like, oh, wow, like you got a kind of a code of honor or a moral codes that you follow that just make you like interesting. For example, he only kills for two reasons. Uh, when it is a kill or be killed situation, or when he's out for revenge. Like he doesn't, those are certain times he doesn't kill. He doesn't kill women and children. He doesn't like drugs, things like that. So he kind of has this kind of code that is like interesting for pretty much the leader, pretty much of the rogues. Uh, he kind of grew up outside of Central City, pretty much like in like a trailer park home, uh, like a trailer, yeah, like home. His father was really like a really drunk ex-cop, and he used to beat his mom. His dad used to beat his mom and and him and his sibling, his sister. So his mom pretty much had enough of that and left, and they went to go live with their grandfather, who really was like the only good influence that they had on their lives. Um, Before he died when he was like 12 years old. But it wasn't really until later on when Leonard really started to grow up. Now I'm doing the origin from pre 52, so just bear with me on that. Um, that's when he really started. He kind of worked in a small gang of thieves, and that's where he kind of designed. Uh, he had the design of the special glasses that he wore. Uh, and they used their eyes to protect their eyes. They used to use these flare guns, and it wasn't until then they broke into a building. Barry Allen, as the Flash, you know, caught him, arrested him, sent him to jail. He swore revenge, and that's where he pretty much, and while in jail, that's where Leonard started really getting to like studying kinetic energy and thermal motion, and that's how he came up with the idea of Captain Cold, and later on, that's basically Captain Cold was born, pretty much. Um, So that's a bit pretty much of his kind of his origin. But despite, like I said, despite despite everything, Captain Cole's a really cool character. He just when you see this guy, no matter what, you got Mr. Freeze and everybody like that, but you can point out Captain Cole. They each have he has this unique look that when I first saw Captain Cole, he reminded me of what's I think no no Iceman, no, not Iceman, Chill Man, one of the ice characters from Mega Man. That's who he reminded me of because he had like the same look. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But one thing I really loved about well, I love about Captain Cole is that he has a real strong bond with his sister. Um, he has a really strong bond where he'll do anything to protect her and things like that. He is a family man, but like I said, he feels that when Flash gets involved with his life, he's got no he has to it's kill or be killed pretty much. He has to go into that that mentality of that it's go time, that beast mode of all right, I got to protect myself and do whatever I got to do, and I'm not gonna have the Flash pretty much stop me. So that's kind of his in really induction of, and even to show more of basically kind of like the kind of character Captain Cold is. I remember during Identity Crisis, the rogues, Captain Cold and the other rogues were robbing a bank when they were informed by Mirror Master that of the death of Susan Dibney, Elongated Man's wife. And pretty much Captain Cole walked out of that bank. I remember he walked out of the vault and he told Mirror Master to send Elongated Man, Mr. Basically flowers with no card. And a lot of them looked at it like, hey man, what the hell? And he kind of took some time off. He couldn't. It was like, wow, that touched home base with him. You understand? It's like, yo, this guy's got some real. He's human. You know what I'm saying? He may be a bad guy, but he has humanist to him as well. I remember how they felt when they killed Bart Allen when he in the 1 year later story arc, when Bart Allen was the Flash and the rogues came after Bart Allen. They killed him, and when they removed his mask, they were like, yo, he's just a kid. And that broke Captain Cold down like crazy. Like, oh my God, I just killed the kid. Like, he couldn't believe that. And once again, going back to those moral codes I just talked about, he really kind of sensed like, damn, like, oh man, look what I did. Like, I can't believe that. A lot of them weren't as bummed out. They were all bummed out, the rogues, but Captain Cole was bummed out the most because of what happened. I remember Captain Cole played a big role during Blackest Night. Pretty much he fought he defeated a whole group of Black Lanterns as well as Professor Zoom and things like that. But by the time the New 52 came around, that's when everything kind of changed. But I really enjoyed Captain Cold's look, his new look. I liked, he had the sleeveless look. I remember I was like telling some of my friends, I was like, Captain Cold now showing off the guns, boom, boom, and then that's where we really got to know that he no longer needed his freeze gun, his cold gun, to basically use the ice manipulation powers. It basically became that during the 52, Captain Cold was pretty much like Iceman now. He had ice manipulation powers, and he can make objects out of it. I remember I seen him make like big elephants and things like that, and they would move and things like that. And He had, once again, he had Flash on the run, and I'm like probably one of the only guys out there that probably didn't mind that he didn't use technology anymore to manipulate cold and everything like that. I know there are a lot of people that was like, Mr. Manipool shouldn't have changed it, but I didn't mind. But I think, yeah, he came pretty much more off now being more like Iceman, definitely. But I still enjoyed seeing that, and I was glad to see Captain Cole make it back into 52. And pretty much all his cartoon incant uh, media forms have been pretty well. Starting with him first being a member of the Legion of Doom from the classic Justice League, Challenge of the Super Friends. He was voiced by Michael Bell, and I believe there was another actor that voiced him. So correct, can you guys find that actor? I know Michael Bell did it. He was on the live action Flash show, of course, Justice League Unlimited, which was really cool. I love that. Batman Brave and the Bold, of course, and he was in Young Justice, and yeah, he made an appearance in Smallville. Once again, if anything, if Captain Cold is if DC ever, just swallow their pride and make a Flash movie, he's my choice for a villain, the first villain, in my opinion. I really would want Flash to go against Captain Cold, but who knows? Fat chance that we'll ever see that, right? But other than that, guys, how do you guys feel about Captain Cold? Do you like him? Do you hate him? Do you think, oh, he's just another cold character? He's no Mr. Freeze, because I've heard that a couple of times too. Like, he's no Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze is better than him. But in my opinion, he's just as good as Mr. Freeze. I mean, hell, he actually beat Mr. Freeze during, Flashpoint. But other than that, this is Mount Vernon Kid saying peace, one love, stay tuned. And thank you for listening to Characters Why I Like Them, Series 2. Y'all take care, and I'll see you next time.